So a few weeks ago, we did a sweep from guard, which is what we're working on. We're doing sweeps from guard. So you feel just on your knees. We did the guard called, called the hip bump with the tricep, which is where we come up to here and we shoot our hand over. We loop this and then we hip bump him this way and we go over this way. So this sweep is really good if his posture's upright. Perfect. Yep, so there are options. We can either pull him towards us and do another bunch of sweeps, but if he's got really strong posture, it's good to just come straight up and you just kind of hip bump him over, bang, bring him out. Okay, so that was about 8 weeks ago. We did that one. Today we're going to focus on two things. We switch this way actually, it's a bit easier. We're going to focus on 2 sweeps and then that's the class. The first one is if we're kind of not all the way down, so get all the way down on me. So we're going to do this at the end, but we're kind of 45. Yeah, so we're kind of there. We're not in a position for the hip bump tricep, but we're also not in a position for a kind of, it's called like a butterfly sweep when they're completely flat. So what I like to do when they choose 45, just standard gi dominant grip in the lapel, thumb in. I like to grab sleeve. You can do it here, but we're in gi so we can go sleeve. Obviously no gi is going to have to be back a tricep. I like to open my hips towards the way they want to sweep here. So I'm going to drop my right foot, open my hips. What that creates is a little bit of room for me to get a bit of a knee shield in here. Okay, so we're in guard. Our opponent's chosen 45. We're tight. Thumb in, sleeve, right foot plants. We kind of do a little bit of a shrimp out to create room. Sneak the knee in. This is perfect. All we're going to do now is kind of pull him towards us, and there's 2 options. We can drop, catch his knee, throw him over from here. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yep. And then the second one is just a variation, really. It's called a shotgun sweep. This is just a standard scissor sweep because we're scissoring our legs. But the shotgun is pretty much the same. Turning our hips works better on big fellas where we can't quite scissor them. Their base is just too strong. So to create a bit more room here, we're going to pull his upper body towards us at the same time kicking his knee out. And that creates it much easier to flick over. Okay, so one more time. We'll stick with the scissor sweep for now though, yeah? Alright, we're here. Our opponent's chosen kind of a 45, not completely flat, not completely postured up. 45. We'll get our grips, break our guard. Another little detail is pinch your knees together to keep control of his hips. So if I just did this, our opponent can just jump out pretty quickly. But if we're here, we break, but my hips are still pinching, it kind of like, it makes them feel like they're still in my control completely. It kind of still feels like guard, doesn't it? Does that kind of, there's not much difference, is there? But if you did that, no good, too much room. So pinch your knees, slip it in, here, just going to pull our opponent towards us, catch his knee, scissors our legs, and end him out. Okay, that's the first one. 1, 2. So that one was the scissor sweep as well as the shotgun. I noticed a few things, a few extra little details which would help drastically. Okay, so the first one is just basic guard for anyone who hasn't done guard. We don't want to have our toes connected, but our hips still on the ground and heaps of room between us and the opponent. Okay? With a strong guard, we want to have no roots, even if that means I kind of like shrug my shoulders up. See, my hips are off the ground and they're above his knees. This is a way stronger guard. Like I can hold on here, and you can stand up wherever you want. I'm pretty fixed here. But if I've got a loose guard, my hips are on the ground, there's space between us. You stand up however you want. My guard's going to break. Like that was a bit of an exaggeration, but this is not strong, especially in competition. Too much room. You do whatever guard escape you want. It's no good. So I need to kind of shimmy up so there's no space between my hips and his hips, even if it means I'm riding up his thighs. This is way stronger. It feels a bit weird, way stronger. Okay, that's the first one. Oh, that's all right. Okay, so another detail is we're in guard, we've shimmied up, we've got close hips to their hips, hands. I don't want my arms and my hands anywhere in this arc. All this is danger. Danger, danger. You can do it. You can grab for Kimuras and Americanos. It's hard to finish in guard, but it's dangerous for me. So I still want to stay tight. So I'm in guard, I'm here, and that's when I start shooting for grips. I don't want to be kind of, lazy, outstanded. It's just the same concept in Jiu-Jitsu. Keep your frames tight and your hands in this kind of chest and upper abdomen area. Okay, so the one we did, we grabbed our grips, we broke our guard to get our knee shield in. What we did was just a basic scissor where we kind of here, we pull him up towards us, we catch his knee, and we just scissor our leg. So that's the one we did, okay? Second one we mentioned was the shotgun sweep, and it's quite similar setup. You're here, same thing, get to knee shield. If for whatever reason their base is really strong and we can't scissor them from here, we actually get our hips further away from them, which gives us room to get here. As soon as our toes are on kind of just above his patella, above his kneecap, then same concept, we're going to pull him, still control him with the knee. I've got quite good control of his whole body from here. We're going to pull him up. The higher it is, easier it is to kick his leg out, and then it's just the same flick. And you can land like combat baseball, preferably in mount. Okay, so full speed, you don't have any hips or back injuries or anything. I'll show both sweeps. First the scissor, and then the shotgun at not normal pace, but a bit faster than explaining. Strong guard, and we'll start from here, you ready? So that's the standard scissor sweep. And that's the shotgun. The only real difference is pull his body weight above your chest, kick his knee out, and then as soon as he's like this, completely compromised, he kind of has to roll with it. It's too late, okay? 1, 2. Not now. Alrighty guys, so we've done the 2 sweeps from when our opponent is 45 in our guard, so they're not too postured up, and they're not completely flat on us, they're kind of here. And obviously the setup for both of those, the scissor sweep and the shotgun sweep is, I like, people do it differently. I like the knee on chest, it's called a knee shield. I like the knee shield because I can hold people there. It's like, it's part of this sweep, but if the sweep's not on, or if I don't actually want to sweep them, I want to just play with them, depends on the points in a comp or other things I'm working on. I love knee shield as a position as a whole. So I don't mind staying there. So we get our grips, get our knee shield. I like to have a tussle. If I'm tired, I'll go knee shield. I'll just knee shield them for a bit. Okay, so 2 months ago we covered the posture, the hip bump tricep sweep. Today we covered 2, which was like a 45-degree guard. Now one of my favourite ones is like collapsing someone so they're flat on us, and it's kind of like a gift wrap flower sweep. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So it works in no-gi, works in gi, but step 1 is if they're 45, it won't work if they're postured up, it's just too much. Like go really strong posture, tight core, chest facing the field. Like it's really hard to pull him down, okay? So this one I like to use if I can time their movement and they want to flatten me down. So if you're going to flatten me down, I grab one sleeve. If I can do it one-on-one across the body, amazing. If I can't, I go two-on-one across the body, okay? It's called the gift wraps flower sweep because we gift wrap them, okay? So I've grabbed his cross arm, across his body, grabbed his wrist, and I'm going to go around his neck and grab his own wrist, okay? I don't do high elbow because you can sneak your head out. Just put your head back. He just sneaks it out. No good. So once I've got the gift wrap, okay, I'm going to keep it tight. My elbow is going to be in his shoulder blades, basically. Really tight. So try and put your head out now. Much harder, yeah? We'll swing around quickly. Is it someone? Am I hitting people?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So step 1, they're 45. I can either let go of these grips. It's better if they're free because then you don't have to fight grips. I like to use my legs. As soon as I got the 2 on 1, that's across the body. Watch what I do with my knees. I send my knees to my chest. Look at that, it collapses them. Our legs are our strongest muscles, our strongest appendages. Jiu-Jitsu, if you can make it your legs versus their arms, you will win. It's just one of Danaher, which is the best coach. Everyone knows Danaher. It's one of his rules. If you make it their arms versus your legs, you will win. So I've compromised his arms across his body. I send my knees, and look at that. The gift wrap's so easy. And we tuck it in tight, like here. Okay. Now we're here, we've got a gift wrap. That's not enough. I want to be perpendicular towards the camera now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and sneak my free hand under his leg. See here? We want to sneak that preferably to here, but if you can only get here, that's okay. But I like the whole wrist to be through. And this one's so simple. It's gift wrap, 90 degrees perpendicular with the arm through. This right leg that's free, I've got so much movement, I'm kind of doing like an around the world to catch his knee like we did in the knee shield scissor sweep. I'm trying to like catch it with my inner thigh. Can you feel it on your knee?
Yep.
I'm kind of going around the world here. And at the same time I go around the world, catch his inner thigh, the power is in my right leg because I've got my hammy up to his rib cage now. So around the world, hammy in the rib cage, and boom, you just donkey kick him straight over. And you can end like this. This is an insane position, like you compromise. I'm in the best position in Jiu-Jitsu, back control as well, but I have a gift wrap and there's so many options to do from there, okay? So I'll go again slowly, and then I'll do it fast to show you what it looks like at normal pace. Okay, we're here. He's unsure if he wants to posture up or to flatten out and go for chokes or go for passes from here. I go 2 on 1, knees to my chest to start the gift wrap, grab his wrist, pinch the elbow into his shoulder so he can't get his head out, and next is the perpendicular. So all I do is I just feed my arm under and kind of swing my hips. So we're here. I'm kind of using this leg to push him this way slightly just to get my hand under. As soon as my hand's under, it's around the world time, and even walk up to his ribs a little bit more. Okay? So we're here, hands under, 90 degrees, right leg with the tattoo. We're going this way. We're gonna hit his knee and just boom, donkey kick him over to here. Cool. Okay. One more time at full speed. Is that right? Full speed? Yeah. Cool. I need water. I'm just talking. No, it's not 100. Okay, so we've got guard. We're in shot. Cool. Okay, so we're here. Stop talking. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. Bang. You're just using your hamstring strength to kind of, just like a teep kick. You're kind of just throwing, because his ribs are in my hamstring. So I'm just kind of compromised upper body, got his lower body, just kind of using my hamstring strength. Cool. All right, 1, 2.